Boxing King Media. Delighted to have Mr. Frazer Clarke all the way in his humble home. And you've just been down the road to London today to Talksport Studios and you're back home. So thank you for coming on for a quick chat about your big fight this week.
Yeah, anytime for you, mate. No worries at all.
Well, first question I've got for you, because I still don't really know. This week, are you the eraser? Are you Big Fraze?
I'm always big phrase. The eraser came from somewhere, and then it was like Wikipedia, and then on he asked me on the Saudi fight, the Fabio 2 fight. He said, do you want to use the eraser? I said, listen, go on, let's do it. But listen, obviously after that result, I've took it as a bad omen. It's never been used again.
But I actually do like the name The Eraser. It sounds more serious, doesn't it? Big Phrase sounds friendly, but I suspect you're not
Yeah.
going to be friendly this week.
No, man, no, not. Of course not. Well, bad intentions, mate. Bad intentions.
But we'll kind of jump straight into it. I was watching that clip of you guys on Talksport today, and I was watching Jamie, proper giving you some, and obviously I thought he was going to say something big, but obviously he said that apparently you said you're going to cave his head in. Then obviously you was trying to explain, what else am I supposed to say? Did you get anywhere, or did you guys kind of reach a
Not,
conclusion with that?
not really. Listen, I told him multiple times. Listen, on Saturday, you have a chance to put hands on me, mate. You got a chance to throw punches at me, and whatever anger you've got, you can direct it towards me. But until then, just conduct yourself properly. Let's not be an idiot. No one's
Mm.
getting paid no extra for for being a clown. I said, if that's where you want to conduct yourself and carry on, you do that. But I'm not interested in none of that personally.
With the platform side of things, obviously fighting on BBC, man, that's as big as it gets. The last heavyweight to fight on BBC was Audley Harrison, and he became a household name because of it. So, have you got any added pressure of the fact that there's going to be more people watching you this Saturday? Obviously, neither of you guys can go wrong, but whoever wins, may their profile goes through the roof.
No, do you know what I think? I think sometimes I might be a little naive at things, and I don't mind in this situation being a little naive. I've not even thought about it, mate. Honestly, people keep telling me how big the BBC is, but when you've come from boxing on Sky Sports, that was massive for me. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like something that's new to me. I'm quite used to it, and I honestly don't think about it. Like a boxing ring's a boxing ring to me, and that is genuine. Like I do not think about it at all.
Okay. With regards to Jamie, I've, I've got this assumption I think he's quite an underrated fighter because I remember when he fought Adelaide, most people thought Adelaide would just take him out like he's just a gimme fight. But obviously, it's fair to say that he won a lot of the rounds in that fight, and until that knockout moment came. Um, do you think he's underrated, or what do you think of him like as a fighter?
I do feel like he's underrated, and he's got this thing in his head that I'm overlooking him. He's got this thing in his head that I'm I can't remember his exact wording. That basically I just discount him. You know what I mean? So, but he couldn't be more wrong because if you look at my interviews from after Adelaide fight, I was advocating for him. I said, oh my god, he was boxing so well. I think his jab was brilliant and did well. So I'm taking him dead serious because really and truly, I have him as the winner of that fight. He was winning that fight, and I think he's winning it quite comfortably.
Yeah. So, as obviously your career achievements, obviously bronze Olympic is as big as it gets. Do you think the moment of potentially winning a British title on BBC in front of that audience, do you reckon that would top it?
It'd be big, mate. It'd be big. It'd be right up there. So far, I can't tell you that I've done it, but I am going to do it on Saturday. And the Olympic medal, that feeling was fantastic for me. And I worked a long time for it, but this is a new challenge, and I'm hoping it's as good a feeling.
And, as well as a boxer, I know you're a boxing fan as well, so you enjoy watching uh, good fights. Are you
Yeah.
conscious of it at all, or kind of got it in your head that you're not going to let this fight be like a snooze fest or a hug fest? Because obviously, normally when you get two big guys, it can sometimes end up being a scrappy fight where you're both holding a lot, all that kind of stuff. Are you conscious of that happening in this fight?
Not really, because I think if I do my job, it'll be exciting. If I do what I've been doing in the gym and what I plan to do, then it'll be anything but that. It'll be exciting. I understand it can get like that, and you know what? it's probably fair criticism to say a few of my early fights have been a bit like that. Do you know what I mean? When I was finding my feet, but I feel like, listen, since the first Fabio fight, I sort of found my style and my rhythm a little bit more. Then I got chinned by him. Then I've had the fight with Ebenezer Tete, where I went out there with bad intentions, and I feel like I found my groove, and I feel like it's exciting.
Yeah, it must make you think how life can just switch for you in a second. Obviously, you had that first fight with Fabio, which if that went your way,
Mm.
you might have been sat there with the WBO belt right now. It must make you think how life can go in different directions.
Yeah, I've said this a few times today. Like, it does and it doesn't. That path wasn't for me. What is made for you will happen for you. And that wasn't for me, 100%. But at the same time, um, I've not seen Fabio for a while, but obviously I'll definitely congratulate him. And if anything, this is how weird boxing is. Fabio, who was twice my opponent, is now actually part of the inspiration, because it's never far away, it's not too far away. And I believe if I do my job and keep my head down and keep working hard in the division I'm in and the way the boxing is at the minute, I could be two, three, four fights away from being up there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it reminds me of some scripture that what is meant for you shall not pass you. That's what he was looking for, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
that's what. Tell me this, as if I put your boxing fan hat on, when you look at this as the outside and you think to yourself, Frazer Clarke, Olympic bronze medalist, and then if you look at Fabio as a good example, even comparing to a lot of the other fighters, literally no amateur background, but he's a WBO world champion. What do you think? What key ingredient has made him where he's at the moment? What do you think? How would you explain it? Explain to someone that doesn't understand boxing.
Okay, so what I would say was, one thing I've never done, and even in both of our fights, I've always, as a guy that I've just followed through the socials and followed his career, I've always said he's a very hard worker. I definitely believe he's a hard worker. And I believe with that work comes a lot of things. I think one of them things comes a little bit of, a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice. But I believe you make your own luck in this game. I believe Fabio has been one of them guys that the word luck might be listened to in the wrong way, but when I say that, I mean everything he's got he's worked for. So I can't knock him. I cannot knock him for it. Do you know what I mean? He's had to be tough. He's had to be resilient. I think his fights will tell you that if you watch him, he's entertaining because he's in 50-50 fights. A lot of the time he's in good fights. Um, but listen, he's kept on going, he's persevered, and he's become a world champion. I'm actually a little bit gutted for him that he never got to box Usyk because I think as well as being the world champion, that would have been the prize, to box Alexander Usyk. But I think the sort of feeling I'm getting, he's going to end up with a big fight either way. He's going to end up with a big fight. He could end up with an AJ fight. So, fair play to him. And like there's no sour grapes over here. Congratulate the man and well done to him.
Well, I'm glad you brought up AJ because that was going to be my next thing I wanted to speak to you about. Obviously, you've been with Angel Fernandez. Has he been your trainer from the whole pro gate? Just remind me, I might have
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah, yeah,
So obviously, so
yeah.
you've stuck with him. Obviously, you had a loss with him, and you've had some like bad performances, but you've obviously kind of stuck with Angel. Um,
Yeah, but
what,
I lost, and I
yeah,
performed by not him. Everything
yeah.
he's been doing me, but it's been fantastic. I can't knock him.
Yeah. Well, this is what I wanted to ask you. Like, obviously, you worked with AJ. If you was obviously, he's not fully explained why. I think he said in that press conference it was something to do with not being around London. And obviously, I believe he's moved to Dubai, from what people are saying. But what do you kind of make of him using Igor Holob? I think his name is. I think he was Barinchek's trainer. So it's not actually Usyk's trainer. It is because Usyk's trainer is a guy called Yuri.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, one thing AJ is his own man. I think at this stage now, he's been with a few trainers now. He started off obviously with Ron McCracken. Then he did bits with it's been Robert Garcia, Angel Fernandez, with Joby. Um, I think at one point
This is number
Derek
8.
James.
Yeah.
And that's just the ones you know of. I've seen him do some work before with Ali Bashir, with the guy that used to train. Oh my god, the guy that trains the Charlos. What's his name? One of
Yeah,
the
I don't know,
Charlos.
but yeah, Ronnie Shields.
Ronnie Shields. So this is not. This is. Tell you what, he is a sponge. He wants to expand his knowledge. So
Mm.
listen, if he feels it's good for him, who am I to tell two-time world champion that's not the wrong move? But listen, I'm more intrigued than anything because AJ's got a bit quiet. He's got a bit under the radar. He looks like he's going about his work, and it's not a bad place to be. It's not a bad way to be, is it? Do you know what I mean?
As a boxing fan, moving on, talking about, I want to get your opinion on this thing with Devin Haney, Eddie Hearn, Conor Ben, this the love triangle we've got going off at the moment. So, in a nutshell, there's some quotes that were shared about what Eddie said about Devin Haney when Devin Haney signed with Matchroom, which were, in a nutshell, unbelievable. Where I come from, England, if we had a star like this, the country would be going mad. So, you guys need to get behind Devin Haney. He's 20 years old. He's 22 and 0. They say he doesn't carry power, but he's 20 and he's taking guys out like that. True talent who has skill. Like watching an artist draw a beautiful, beautiful picture, and at the end of it, you just sign his name off and say good night. So these are quotes from Eddie, but obviously he told me the other day he's just not good to watch. But what do you kind of make that? Do you think is that just promoter games and obviously chucking Conor Ben into the mix as well?
It's promoter games, and Eddie's doing his job. And I know I can't say nothing about him because he's bloody good at it. If truth be told, he's very good at what he does. Um, to a neutral fan, to a fan that if you're going to watch boxing for the first time and you show someone Devin Haney, they probably wouldn't be like wowed by it. But if you're me and you appreciate what he does, I think he's fantastic. I think honestly, God, I think he's skillful. I think he's clever. He's getting this is gonna don't take this out of context, but like the way that Floyd was for a little while, where he's like obviously it's very safety first, but it's hard to get near, it's hard to beat. I appreciate what he does as a fighter. I think he's very good, very skillful, very experienced. Um, would I take somebody who wanted to go and experience boxing for the first time to watch him? Probably not.
Fair play. Lastly, Phrase, tell me what is the headline going to be Sunday morning in your local newspaper, not the national, your local newspaper, the Derby Chronicles, if there is such a thing.
The Burton Mail, mate.
Is that what it's
Saying that
called?
they haven't, saying that they've not had me in there for about 3 years. I don't know what. I must have upset someone. But there
Well,
we go.
they'll be
But
jumping
there
on
we
the
go.
bandwagon.
Listen,
Yeah.
of course we will. It's good. Third time lucky, I think. Third time lucky. We finally got there. I've manifested it, mate. I can see it. I visualize it. I believe it. I'm gonna go in there and do my job. I'm gonna look good doing it as well. This is gonna be the one where the people say, "Oh, this boy can fight." I've had my fair amount of stick. I've not been perfect. I might not be everyone's cup of tea, but listen, I do it, bro. I do it right, mate. I put my heart and soul into it. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm gonna give it absolutely everything, and that will be enough to win that British title.
You know what, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is the battle between Angel Fernandez and Ben Davis. And I know Baz trains Jamie, but I know Ben will be playing his part in there with the tactics, etc. So I don't know what is the score between Angel and Ben. I'm sure they've had a duel before, haven't they, recently? Can't remember who it was.
I don't know. I don't know. Have they?
I'm sure. I'm
I don't
sure.
know.
Oh, yeah, they did. Bloody hell. Fuck, who was it? Was it Reactpour? There was definitely somebody. I
Obviously,
think
he
it
said
was.
me and the Fabio one. We've boxed
Oh
each other, but
yes, yeah.
I don't know.
I am.
I don't think it was. I've
That's what
never
I'm
seen it
thinking.
as anything like anything
That's what I'm
personal.
thinking.
I've never seen it as
No,
anything
no,
personal. I've only
not as
seen
a
it as
personal thing. No, not as a. I mean, like young
oh
trainers in that sense.
young trader. Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, to be fair, Ben Davidson is he's got a great stable there, and do you know what I mean? But listen, we're coming to do our thing, and I've put the work in. Do you know what I mean? It's not about the trainers. It's not about the tactics. It's about who's going to get in there and do their job on Saturday night. And I believe it's me. And like I say, yeah, I don't know who changed name. Is it Barry? Is it Ben? Probably a mixture of everything. But he's surrounded by good company, is he? So listen. I hope the best version of him turns up.
Yeah, well, you're both good guys from my personal experience, and I wish you both the best. You're both good family men and trying to put bread on the table. So I wish you guys all the best, and may the
Mm.
best man win.